Hey guys, today I'm going to cook some chuck steak and rice in the slow cooker. So let's get crocking. I have two thin cut beef chuck steaks here. There was 3 in this package. I used 1 to try this out, so I'm going to double the recipe today since I have 2 steaks. These were 2.35 pounds, $8.99 a pound, so it's probably about 1.5 pounds of steak here. So you could use chuck roast, or really you could use any type of beef that you find that's inexpensive to cut up for this, but chuck works well because it has a fair amount of fat, so it gets fairly tender. I got my meat cut up into bite-sized pieces, trimmed off the excess fat. I'm going to season it with some kosher salt and some Johnny's seasoned pepper. Besides pepper, this has sugar, red and green bell pepper, garlic, and onion in it. Get that in there. And also a little Worcestershire sauce that goes well with beef. We'll sprinkle some of that on there as well. Okay. Get this all mixed up. And I'm going to cook this for maybe a couple hours before I add the rice, because that way the meat will get more tender. Now we'll get the lid on there. Now I'm going to cook this on high for a while, and then I'm going to add some rice and cream of mushroom soup. It's been 2.5 hours. Let's see how the meat's doing here. That looks good to me. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of white rice and 3 cups of water and 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. Both of my cans of soup are in there. Now I'll get this all mixed up. And I'll get the lid back on there and let it go until the rice is cooked. It's been 1 hour and 15 minutes since I added the rice, about 4 hours total. So I'm going to shut this off and let that cool down a little bit before I open it up, and then we'll try it out. All right, let's see how this looks. Uh-oh. You know what? That rice isn't done yet. It's still a little bit crunchy. The other batch, the smaller batch I did the other day, it cooked quite a bit faster. I'm going to have to let that go a little bit longer. Okay, I let this go another hour. It's been in there 5 hours now. I should have tasted it before I shut the pot off before, because then it lost heat, so it took a little longer. But let's see. Oh yeah, that looks better. That looks done in the middle now. All right, let's try it out. All right, let's try this out. The meat looks pretty tender. Yeah, you can break it up with a fork. Anyway, grab a bite here and see how it is. That meat's nice and tender. It has good flavor. The rice on the outer edges of the pot was a little more cooked than the center rice, but it wasn't crunchy anymore, so it was fine. I think it turned out fine to me. Let's see what Annie thinks. I'll give her a piece of meat here. You try that, Annie? There you go. She just swallowed that. She didn't hardly even have to chew that. Well, that came out good, but I should have tasted the rice before I shut the pot off, because I lost a little cooking time there because the pot had to start heating up again. So when I did it the other day with just 1 can of soup and 1 cup of rice, it took about 3.5 hours, but that was in there about 5, I guess. So like I said, just taste the rice at the end and make sure it's done before you shut off the pot. Anyway, I write the ingredients and the cooking times in the description like usual. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.